Hello, and here we are back on the Kyoto Gaming channel. A little bit of a break from the norm from the lockdown challenge, assuming I'm putting this out during then. But basically what I'm doing today is I've gone on to Football Manager 11 and I've gone forward 10 years to the end of season 2021. So the end of the season just gone. I was thinking of going to the next season and seeing what, factoring in FM22s sort of into the timeline. But do you know what? We're just going to go to 2021 because at the time of recording this, it's November sometime in 2021, so it makes sense. On this review, on this guide, we've got England's league set up down to the Championship. We've got League 1 in France, Bundesliga in Germany, Serie A in Italy, Eredivisie in Holland, and La Liga in Spain. And what we just want to look at is, what's going to happen 10 years in this world. What does FM predict in FM11 will be true now? Obviously, in the last 10 years, what have we had? We've had a Liverpool resurgence where they've won a league title. Man City have really come to prominence. Barcelona have risen and fallen. We've seen Spain win European Championships. Germany win the World Cup. We've seen England get to... Well, obviously, won't see the Euro... Will we see yet? Well, obviously, we won't have coronavirus, so the European Championships won't be in 2021. They'll be in 2020. But they got to a final there, got to a semi-final in the World Cup before that. There's lots that have happened. We've had Atletico Madrid kind of ascertain a bit of power in La Liga. We've seen PSG have lots of money and try and win stuff not successfully. We've seen lots of different things. So we're just going to see, who's winning what, who's dominating, if anyone is, what sort of players are maybe taking over the world. Obviously we've had Ronaldo and Messi practically 10 years for Ballon d'Ors in the real world. Let's see what we get in this one. So I think first of all we're going to start with the Premier League. So if we just hobble down to England here. So currently I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of surprises in there. Peterborough's in there, Forest are in there. I'm trying to think who was actually there in 2011. A lot of these are actually kind of similar teams, aren't they? I think Bolton were probably there or thereabouts around this time. Fulham, Hull, maybe not so much Fulham. But we'll just go into the history and we'll look at past winners. So we're starting 2011. Chelsea won the league. Runners-up Arsenal, third place Tottenham. Okay, I don't know if we can actually go... Can we actually go in the table and go backwards? Actually, that would be probably a bit more interesting. Yes we can. So 2010, 2011. So we've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, as we said. Man City, Liverpool, United just behind. Blackpool, Newcastle and West Brom got relegated. Now, I don't know what we can see within those seasons. I don't think there's a great deal. But we'll just sort of look through the table. So then the following season, Arsenal picked it up. Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, a lot of the usuals. Tottenham dropping down to 9th. So an interesting one there. Fulham, West Ham and Coventry going down. So Coventry must have come up, gone straight back down. West Ham, possibly as well. I don't recall. Were they in there the season before? They were. They just scraped it, but not for a second season. As we go through to 12-13 rather, Man United, Arsenal still battling away. 6 points there in that title. Actually, I didn't look at the points. How close were these titles? So Chelsea won that at a canter, the first one. Arsenal similarly 7 points ahead on that one, and then Man United even further behind. And then in this one, Man United, 6 points in it. Only then 1 point between second and third. But yeah, so Portsmouth back up or still up, but finally down. Peterborough up here. Bolton. Okay. Tottenham revised back up to 5th. So yeah, bit to see there. The following season, 2013-2014, Man United, Man City battling out for the top there. 2 points separating those, and then a bit of a drop off further down. Coventry surviving. Sheffield Wednesday back up and back down. Burnley back down. Peterborough back down as well. But yeah, Coventry surviving. West Brom surviving. Stoke. All those. Wolves possibly a bit early for them to have been up, so they're ahead of schedule in their kind of a push for things. And where they are now. We go to 2014-2015. Arsenal back in lead. 3 points again. Man United. It was a bit of a three-horse race there really, and then 4th is a bit of a drop off. Just trying to watch anyone that's a bit strange that pops up. Barnsley have come straight up and gone straight back down. Forest are down. Sheffield United have come up a bit ahead of schedule and gone straight back down. I think that's ahead of schedule. I'm pretty sure that is. 15-16, another title for Arsenal. 1 point this time, separating them from Man United. Man United really looking quite dominant with a couple of challenges here and there from sort of Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, that sort of thing. Peterborough surviving again, as we have a little bit of a glitch in the matrix there, as the game sort of just thinks about what it's doing. Portsmouth going down, Burnley and Blackburn. I have actually been playing this game before FM22 came out. I was actually playing this game, and I had a legendary game with Real Madrid. I was started off at Aston Villa, done a year or two there, and then got the Real Madrid job and just dominated everything, and then went off to Bayern Munich, back to Atletico Madrid, then back to Arsenal. All round the houses. Real Madrid for a good sort of 17, 18 years, and then on to the others. But unfortunately, the hard drive I kept it on broke, and I lost it years and years ago. But I've gone back to try and sort of replicate it. I bought the same striker I did. He's not quite as effective this time around. We'll have a look at him. I'll see if I can find him. He should still be in the game. We've got Man City, Man United, Liverpool the following season. Arsenal in 4th, dropping down a little bit. Obviously, a lot more successful than they would be in real life kind of this time. This was very much the dip of Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, suffering in these years. 17, 18, 2nd. I mean, we did get... Oh, actually, that last season was I think it was the year Leicester won it in real life. Not even in the league, are they? They're not. Would have been, so we finished 2nd, I think, that year. That's about as good as it's got in the last decade. So, a lot of 1st and 2nds. I'd have taken those, but 6 points behind United on this occasion. Obviously, Man United would be in a similar boat. Obviously, struggling in real life. Probably, best part of the decade, really. Maybe not the early part of it, but certainly the second half of it. Another title for Manchester United. Liverpool went down to the wire. Villa snatching 3rd. Man City 4th. Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham sort of struggling away there. Middlesbrough. I mean, I could look at... I've got the Championship load as well, but I'm probably not going to look at it too much because the teams that come up will appear here. QPR in there. I think they've survived a couple of years now. Man United with another title. This one far and away. Only losing 2 games all season. Blowing the competition out. 91 goals scored, 21 conceded. Fantastic season for them. And we've not seen any real surprise big teams sort of fall away or get relegated yet. I mean, maybe 10 years isn't enough for that. Maybe you need to start looking at the 50, 20, 30, 50, 100s, that sort of thing. And then the final year, Man United season just gone. Again, not quite as dominant, but still doing a very good job there. And Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool making it up, and Tottenham down in 8th. And Barnsley, West Ham and Southampton. Bit of a few yo-yo teams sort of popping up and down a little bit in there. So we'll go and have a look at France Ligue 1, just in case that is your bag. We'll whiz through this one a little bit more. So PSG not winning. I don't know. Are they owned by the owners at this? Is it Abu Dhabi Group at this stage? Chairman status, staff, chairman. No, Lobin. No, it's a Frenchman. So it's before the takeover. So we're going to see what Paris Saint-Germain do in real life. So far, not so good. I think they've pretty much won everything since about a year or two after this, maybe. Monaco still up there, Lyon. I think Lyon were kind of the dominant team around this time. Just maybe their star was starting to fade. But they're not in this timeline. They are still smashing it out the park. Another title there. 2 points this time, separating them from Marseille. 1 point separating them from PSG. Sochaux coming in 3rd. So, where are Monaco? I don't think anyone... I've not been looking at the relegations quite so much. No one surprising gone down just yet, I don't think. No, Toulouse maybe a little bit. But yeah, we looked at this one. Oh, Paris Saint-Germain 2nd again. Yeah, so Lyon have looked like they're fading away a little bit. But PSG closing in. Monaco getting the title this time. Where are Lyon? Am I completely missing them? Where have they got... Did they get relegated the year before? No, they won the title the year before. Am I just being completely blind? I mean, I do need to... They're 3rd. What am I doing? What am I saying? They're 3rd. I do need to get glasses, but I didn't think that it was that bad. So, Lyon back on top. Oh, boy, are they on top. Smashing that one out the park. Lens coming 2nd. PSG, Monaco. Marseille dropping down a little bit. Auxerre getting relegated. Okay, so the French ones... Yeah, I think we're seeing a little bit of a trend here. Lyon sort of a little bit of a dip, but they seem to have picked it back up again. PSG still haven't won one title yet. Monaco have snatched one. Obviously, we know they did. Was it under Jardim when Mbappe and that were there? And then that team just got dissolved practically. 3rd for them. Lyon just running away. Nantes getting relegated. Bit of a surprise one there, perhaps. Obviously, without knowing the full picture, but we've got Lyon again by a point this time against PSG. They just can't quite get over the line. Monaco, quite close but not close enough, and then Marseille fairly far behind as well. And then Lyon again, 11 points this time over PSG. Marseille battling with them, and Monaco just a bit further behind as well. Auxerre up and then down again, bottom. I do quite like. I have a bit of a soft spot for Auxerre. I don't know why. I think I vaguely remember Arsenal playing them in one of the European, probably Cup Winners' Cup or something in the early 90s. I'm sure it was Auxerre, and that was like my first introduction to them. I might be wrong, but it's a bit of a soft spot, and I just can't. If it's not that, I can't explain it. PSG down to 5th this time. Lille sneaking up into 3rd. Obviously, in real life, they had like Eden Hazard in this game, and they had a few good young players. So interesting to see. The same with Italy. Palermo, I remember coming really good in my at the time save with Real Madrid. That the Palermo were like real competition. Bayern were good. Atletico Madrid, Barcelona dipped off. We were dominant as Real Madrid. Yeah, Atletico Madrid were the rivals really, and then Palermo were very, very good. They start out, and Paris Saint-Germain, the final go of asking, they get one, 3 points clear of Lyon, Monaco 3rd, Marseille 4th, and again, no real surprises in the relegations. We won't look at, I don't think I've got anything below this division anyway, so we won't look at it, but yeah, we'll go back to Germany now. You'd expect Bayern, Dortmund all the way. Certainly Bayern would probably win the majority of these. We might see Dortmund sneak in. I'm not too sure. I don't know how Hoffenheim sneaking in out of nowhere. Hoffenheim, okay. What's that? About 5 points clear. Dortmund a little bit further behind as well. Okay, so before Dortmund, yeah, I can't remember what Dortmund were like. I mean, was this the Klopp era? Possibly just the start of it. But Bayern back on top. Dortmund 2nd, Leverkusen. Where did Hoffenheim? So they can come 8th. It was Hoffenheim who won the title. Was it Hoffenheim? Yeah, Hoffenheim. So they won the title. And then down to 8th, obviously not able to contend with European football. Excuse me. As well as doing this. I'm hoping to see... okay, well, there's one of them. St. Pauli, I was going to say. That weren't the first one I was going to go with. I'm hoping to see Dresden appear in the Bundesliga. That'd be amazing. Schalke, obviously relegated in real life now. Down in the 2nd Bundesliga. But title winners here. 7 points clear of Dortmund. And Bayern in 3rd. A further point behind. That is, okay, Bayern maybe not quite as dominant as we think as they go and win another title. They seem to bounce back quite well. Stuttgart this time coming 2nd. So what you're seeing is Gladbach going down. Wow, 1860 Munich, the rivals going down as well. But Bayern Munich getting a title, maybe struggling for a little bit, bouncing back. But no one really else is sort of cementing that rivalry. There's a different 2nd, 3rd, 4th for every season. It's really interesting, but Bayern there again look like they might be on a bit of a roll now. Leverkusen 2nd, Dortmund. Leverkusen perhaps having a bit of a stab at, yeah, kind of. Dortmund down in 7th. Wow, okay. I didn't look at the relegation in that last season actually. Cottbus, Mainz, and Bielefeld. I've seen Bielefeld down there a lot, so they're obviously a bit of a yo-yo team as well. St. Pauli still surviving. Yeah, Wolfsburg, Schalke, Leverkusen, Hoffenheim. Yeah, all that usual stuff. Dortmund, they finally win a title, 7 points clear. Bayern Munich down in 4th. Wow. Munich, the rivals, obviously come up and went down again. No stability there. But yeah, Bayern down in 4th, Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, and Dortmund finally getting that title. Not sure what the gap is, but again, they now drop down to 4th. Hoffenheim in 3rd, Leverkusen in 2nd, and Bayern back on top. And you'd expect probably Bayern again? No. Bayern in 4th. Wolfsburg, another new contender. Leverkusen, Hoffenheim, Bayern, Dortmund, Freiburg and Duisburg going down. But Wolfsburg, another new contender into the mix. And what's the bets? I'm going to say Bayern again, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dortmund. Is that change? That did change. Wolfsburg, they held their title. Dortmund down in 5th. Bayern in 4th, Hoffenheim in 3rd, and Leverkusen in 2nd. St. Pauli finally succumbed to relegation, and we didn't get to see Dynamo Dresden get promoted, unfortunately. One of my first introductions to watching sort of Football Manager content on YouTube was, what was his name? He did a Dynamo Dresden save. What was his name? I think it was Chaz something. I think he quit. I think he went off to go uni or something, but really enjoyed that save and just keep an eye out for him every now and then. And obviously knowing the history of the war and stuff with Dresden, it's an interesting... I think they're kind of right wing team now, so it might not be such a popular thing to be a fan of, but I don't know too much about that. But we're in the Eredivisie now. I'm expecting heavy Ajax wins interspersed with maybe some PSV as they finish ninth, so maybe not. PSV and some final intervention maybe. Even AZ Alkmaar around this sort of time, they were quite competitive around the early sort of 2010s, weren't they? Until Steve McLaren got his hands on them. Ajax again, AZ Alkmaar, PSV battle back up to 4th, but Heerenveen getting 3rd. So anyone going down? I mean, there's not too much else outside the teams we're looking at the top really. So FC Twente getting the title. Okay, so Ajax finishing 2nd. AZ Alkmaar, Roda, PSV really struggling. Feyenoord not doing too much either in the challenging stakes. Yeah, it's a bit of a Ajax back on top. Heerenveen. This is probably going to be a familiar theme. Ajax largely, but this might be one where you see a bit of a shocker because Feyenoord and PSV aren't doing amazing. Twente, do you know what? Twente are really stamping a bit of an authority on this title now. They've won a couple. So Ajax sort of hanging in there with 2nd, but not really pushing them too far, really. Ajax back on top, Twente 2nd, split by a point and a goal difference. So yeah, PSV back in there. Still no one going down that we'd be surprised about. PSV back in 4th, Feyenoord back up to 5th, sort of recovering a little bit there. Ajax again. I'm just really looking through to see if there's anyone kind of shocking going down. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Feyenoord drop off because, yeah, oh, look at that. Ajax, where's Ajax? Oh, the title winners. the greyed out threw me then, but AZ 2nd, Groningen finishing 4th, Feyenoord ahead of PSV in 5th and 6th, respectively. Ajax again. Maybe we're not going to see quite enough for PSV or Feyenoord to drop. Maybe it's not quite enough time. But Twente very much looking like being the rivals to Ajax. Ajax and Twente being the ones that are going to win them. Sorry about that, lost my trail of thought there, just had another delivery. A lot of those today. I'm saying that like you'd know, but I've just recorded a couple of Championship Manager lockdown episodes and there's a lot of interruptions for delivery today. It's obviously the run up to Christmas, a lot of stuff getting delivered in, especially while my daughter's at school so she doesn't see them. So me working from home. And I've just noticed Ajax only conceding 9 goals this season. Probably expect to have seen that a bit more. I haven't been paying attention to the goals scored and conceded really, but Twente grabbing 1, Ajax 2nd again. So Twente, yeah, really hammering that home. But again, nothing to talk about in the relegations. I'm wondering what the first league that's going to throw up a shock might be. I can't imagine it's going to be Italy. But then there's enough big teams in here that one of them could easily... I mean, Sampdoria, that's a big enough fall, isn't it, in the first season? I mean, they have some money issues and stuff like that around this sort of time, so it's not a huge surprise. But Inter Milan, I think, managed by Mourinho. Or no, he just left to go to Real Madrid, I think. I think that might maybe a year after. I might be a year late. AC Milan down in 10th, Fiorentina, Parma down there, but Roma, Napoli. Where's Palermo? 7th. They have some good players. They've got like Cavani. The start of the game, they've got Pastore. Very good players that become very, very good. We've got Inter again winning it. Roma, Udinese sneaking up. Juve. Obviously, in real life, we'd see Juve sort of rattle off 7 or 8 titles. I don't think I did the Scottish League actually. Did I open the Scottish League? Being interesting to see. Like, I mean, maybe I didn't do it because it was just a bit obvious. It was always going to be Celtic and Rangers. Maybe that's a reason in my thinking at the time. So the 3rd season. There we go. Palermo. I think they're just destined to become quite good with the players they have. Parma going down. We've got Juve down to 11th. Into the champions. 2-time champions down to 9th. AC. Yeah, there's so much competition in this league. And when some of the other teams start getting a bit of a foothold, you do see some of the big dogs start to just sort of slide away a little bit. We've got Sampdoria back up. Survived in 15th. AC Milan down in 10th. Really doing not very well. Lazio, Juve, Roma. Palermo down to 4th. You know, introduction of European football may be a little bit of a problem. But still a decent season to get 4th. I think that's a Champions League spot at this time still. I think there's still 4 in Italy at this stage. Inter again, they're back on top. Big dogs back on top. AC Milan down in 13th. They're really not having a lovely time of it. Fiorentina, Lazio, Juventus. We've got Palermo down in 6th. So they've fallen off a little bit, but I'm sure they'll bounce back because they just tend to, really. We say that as they go 7th, they're dropping down a little bit further. Parma up and down again. Sampdoria surviving. AC Milan down in 3rd. Yeah, they're just mid-table team now. Lazio, Inter. We've got Fiorentina. We've got Juve, Cagliari. Cagliari have been around the echelons a little bit, so they're a bit of a pusher. Roma have been there as well. Neither have done anything themselves, but they've been pushing. Napoli, a new winner obviously there. When I say new, I don't mean generally, I just mean within this 10-year window. Roma finally do get one. Napoli, Udinese we saw sneak up one of the earlier years. Atalanta, who are obviously good in real life now, the last couple of years going down, so we won't see that maybe for a little while. AC Milan slipping further and further down. We might be far enough away that it's not going to happen. They're sliding further and further away. They're less contentious. I mean, even Sampdoria, who have been down, have finished above them. Juventus there. We've got Inter, Palermo, Cagliari. Yeah, Cagliari look like they could be on the rise onto something. But Juventus finally grab a title. 1 point ahead of Genoa. We've got Inter Milan, Roma. Now, do we have anyone? AC Milan back up a place to 13th. Palermo down to 12th. That is surprising. Sampdoria, Lazio, Napoli, Fiorentina. Nothing too surprising there, really. And we can move on. Parma down again. AC Milan down to 15th. Point-wise, miles clear, but place-wise, not very good. Atalanta back up, finished 12th. Sampdoria. Roma dropping down. Cagliari dropping down. We've got Palermo down to 6th. Udinese. Who else? With Fiorentina up to 2nd. So they have quite a good squad, I think, at the start. So I'm surprised they haven't put more of a challenge up, unless they weren't able to keep them, perhaps. We've seen Sampdoria go down again. AC Milan back down to 14th. I mean, this is just a terrible shit show, really, isn't it? Juventus down to 9th. In Italy is just carnage. 7th for Palermo. We've got Cagliari sort of 6th. Bari having a bit of a pop up around the top end of the table for a few years now. Udinese as well. Roma back up there. Inter in 2nd. Oh, they won that on goal difference this season. Napoli. Wow. Okay. Good goal difference, actually, to be fair. It was a defence that actually won them better. They won more games as well, so it may have come down to that. I don't know how the Italian league is set up. And then finally, AC Milan survive 13th. We've got Lazio in 12th. We've got Roma, Palermo, Juventus, and Napoli in 2nd, defending champions. But Inter Milan rack off another one and end the decade on a high. Or when I say decade, this decade, not obviously we're into 2021, so it's the new start of a new decade. But yeah, they come out of what would have been the COVID virus quite well. So that's Italy. How many more we got? We got just Spain. Okay, and then we can look at European competitions. So, okay, there's a few already newish names in there. Alcorcon, don't know much about them. I know the name, but I don't know much about them. Let's see. Let's go back to the start. So from around here, I'm guessing it's probably going to be fairly Barca dominant, with a few Real Madrid chucked in. And I'd say towards the end, you might see a few Atletico Madrids, just based on what I remember from my time there. Barcelona do tend to fade off. I think they make a lot of bad moves in the transfer market, that sort of stuff. But Barcelona, yep, 3 points clear. The big three really leading the way. Deportivo going down a bit ahead of schedule. Do have a soft spot for Deportivo. Did like them in the 90s with like Djamena and Rivaldo and was it Mauro Silva, those sorts of guys. It's a shame to see them go down, and visited there as well. I did try and I wanted to go to the Riazor when I was there as well, or whatever the new stadium. Maybe it was the new stadium at that point. Had a stop off there and just didn't manage to get out. Got out into the town, but not into the football stadium. It was on a cruise, so we had a limited sort of time. And then we went to Amsterdam, and I tried to get to the Ajax Amsterdam Arena as well. Again, fail. It wasn't enough time, and my daughter was ill, which kind of sort of put a stopper on that as well a little bit. But Barcelona again, Real Madrid in 2nd, Atletico Madrid a bit further back this time, but still 3rd. Same top 3. A bit of a switch up now. Okay, Real Madrid in top and quite clear. Sevilla in 2nd, Barcelona 3rd, and Atletico Madrid down in 5th. We're not seeing much of a surprise. Xerez bottom isn't a surprise. If you've watched any of my Championship Manager lockdown series, hopefully this isn't coming out ahead of that episode. But Xerez, let's just say they finished bottom in one of the seasons. We go on to next season. Real Madrid again. We're with Barcelona down to 5th, so we're starting to see the slide of them a little bit, and the two Madrid clubs sort of putting their all in. Sevilla below Barcelona. They finished 2nd last year, struggling a little bit. Tenerife, again, I quite like Tenerife. Salamanca. You should be watching this before. Obviously, my lockdown challenge took me to Salamanca. I don't think I'm out of my place in putting that out there yet. Maybe I am. Maybe this is coming out a bit early. I don't know. But Salamanca, it's a choice. It's what I go with. But Tenerife, went to Tenerife when I was younger. again, quite like Tenerife. And I think Roy Mackay, people like that played for them, and I quite like Roy Mackay as well. In the noughties, he was a good player. Real Madrid again, Atletico Madrid. Barcelona bouncing back up to 4th, but not really pushing. Real Madrid are storming away with everything at the moment. They've pushed on. Atletico Madrid, here we go. We mentioned Atletico Madrid sort of get their foot in, Tenerife up and down again. But they get their foot in the table, get their foot in the door, get a title here. It was close, but they actually lost more games than Real Madrid. But it was just the draws, I think, that did it for Real in the end. Atletico Madrid won more games, yeah. It was the draws that did it for Real, but Atletico Madrid grabbing one there. And then Sevilla. Okay, we don't normally expect to see this kind of rotation in Spain so much. When I left Real Madrid after whatever many years, Atletico Madrid did Real Madrid still kept going. My old captain took over. I don't know where he was. It was who's the centre back that was at Liverpool, went to Palace? Sacco. He was my captain for about 10 years from PSG, 10, 15 years maybe. And he retired, and I think I had him as a coach, or maybe as assistant manager in the end, and he took the job, and he just kept Real Madrid steamroller in La Liga. Atletico Madrid pushed them a lot. Barcelona were nowhere to be seen. It was them two, really. He kept them going, but I was at Bayern for a lot of that, and that team they had was unbelievable. They weren't competing in Europe so much. I don't recall when I was there, but before I was there. But when I went there, they had the players to do it, and I managed to obviously win a few. I think Real Madrid were in a few of the finals, to be fair, though, and probably did nick a couple as well. Barcelona were back. What's that? 2017-18. Barca were back, baby. 1 point clear, and Sevilla back in 3rd, 1 point behind as well. Real Madrid back in 4th. Okay. It's really hard to call this Barcelona back down in 4th. Real Madrid back on top. Oh, another goal difference split there, or game. It's not games won, because their record is 27, 27, 7, 7, 4, 4. It's identical record until you get to the goals, and it's Real Madrid scoring more and, well, scoring a lot more, conceding a few more. So a tasty goal difference puts them in the lead. And anything else surprising? Deportivo back. I'm glad to see that. Nothing else to see there, really. Atletico Madrid and Deportivo are back down, because of course they are. We've got Real Madrid in 4th, Barcelona in 3rd, Sevilla in 2nd, and Atletico Madrid in 1st. 10 points clear. Pretty straightforward for Atletico Madrid there, really. And then we've got no surprises here, so we're not seeing anyone fall away at the wayside. Barcelona in 5th, Villarreal in 4th, Real Madrid, Sevilla, and Atletico Madrid again with the title, and again quite clearly. So if we were to go on, then we're going to see probably Atletico Madrid storming away. If you do want me to see me do another 10 years in advance and see sort of where this all goes, if anything does change, or if you've got an idea you want me to go even further, let me know in the comments down below. You know, if you want me to do a follow-up to this and where you want me to go with it, let me know. Maybe if you want me to do a save with it, where you want me to start, I could actually look at maybe doing a save with it, potentially. Once I get a bit more time, that could be something that I do. I mean, I've got a Real Madrid save on the go again, like I said. I've got a San Marino save, but FM22 is kind of taking my time away from it at the moment. So, probably not so much. Let's see. So, that's all of the leagues taken care of. In fact, I might leave that there. I might do this as a bit of a split. Should I split this over a couple of videos? How are we doing on time? Do you know what? We're only about 11 minutes in though, because I had to stop. Now let's carry on. I'm just worrying that I might not be able to finish this in one go because I'm going to get disturbed. But let's just parry through, cut that bit out. So let's now move on to the European competitions. Let's see. It's been a little while since I've navigated my way around this. Let's go to. In fact, no. We want to go to Champions Cup. Haven't done any name glitches, anything like that. So we'll just look at the history here. We won't go too far into it. So Inter Milan obviously did the treble in the season before. Chelsea won it this time around, beating Man United at Wembley. Barcelona beat Arsenal at the Allianz Arena. A throwback to 2006 when we were absolutely robbed as an Arsenal fan in that game. Real Madrid beat Man United at Murrayfield Stadium. Where's that? Is that in Scotland? Why is it playing at Murrayfield? Weird one. And then Man United have a couple of years of dominance. They beat Barcelona and Real Madrid, two Spanish teams back to back. The Spirit Arena and the Swedbank Arena, no idea where they are. Before Real Madrid then get revenge the following season at the Ernst Happel Stadion, and I do know where that is, and I can't think where it is. It's either, is it Austria? No, somewhere in Germany, I think. I can't remember. I recognise it, but I can't think where, top of my head. Arsenal do finally win one, beat Sevilla at the Stade Velodrome. I think that's Marseille Stadium. Then we've got Liverpool, 2018. A little bit earlier than maybe in real life, but they do get one. They beat Roma. I think they beat Roma on penalties in the 80s, maybe. Was that Bruce Grobbelaar? Was that Roma? That might be Juventus. San Nicola, don't know where that is. Then we've got Real Madrid beating Atletico Madrid, wow, at the Mestalla. So a lot of hate going on that stadium. The Valencia fans hating on both teams, and both teams hating on each other, and probably on the Valencia fans as well, let's be honest. Before Real Madrid lose then to Man United the following year at the Emirates. And then the final just gone is Inter Milan versus Barcelona. In fact, Inter started, they were the last team before this save started against Bayern, and they're the last one, the last one as we end the Champions League, beating Barcelona at I don't know where, in all honesty. If we go back, I don't know what the four associations tournament, oh, is that the home nations? Okay. I'm going to go back to the competition screen. No, we want to go to Europe. Euro Cups, that's like the UEFA Cup, isn't it? Like the equivalent, I think. So we go to past winners. Atletico Madrid were the last ones against Fulham. So that's how long ago we're talking. That's when Fulham got to a European Championship. They then lost the following year to Man City at the Aviva, the Irish Stadium. Love to see it. Juventus beating Everton, okay, at the National Arena. We'll probably see some funky teams in here because there's a lot of funky teams. There's a lot of teams that drop into lower reaches of their leagues. So obviously, battle for these sort of competitions. Sevilla versus Zenit, Leverkusen versus Bayern. Can't actually see any of these results, unfortunately. I think they've not saved. I don't think I can go back and have a look. Schalke beating Tottenham at Celtic Park. We've got Rubin Kazan winning it, okay, against Barcelona at the Parc des Princes in France. Then we've got Lyon beating Chelsea at Parken. I think that's in Copenhagen, Denmark somewhere, I think. CSK Moscow, random, beating Dortmund at the Juventus Stadium, the Deli Alpi. And then we've got Arsenal, great, yes, love it. Beating Chelsea, love it even more. In fact, that's the reverse of the real fixtures, isn't it? Didn't we lose to Chelsea in the UEFA Cup or Europa Cup in 2020? Was it 2019? It might be close to real. I can't remember. My memory is terrible. Before then, Liverpool beat Tottenham. Again, very relatable. Obviously, it's Champions League we'd be talking about in real life, and it wasn't at Dortmund, I don't think. But Liverpool beating Tottenham in a European final. So a little bit of art imitating life there. Interesting. Okay, that's what you like to see. That's what you come here for. See how it gets it right, you know. And then we want to go. I've done it wrong again. I want to go to Europe, and then finally we go to. Obviously, no Conference League or anything at this point. It's still just the Champions League and the Europa League. Or UEFA Cup equivalent. So Super Cup is, if we just whiz through, so Man City beat Chelsea, Juventus beat Barcelona, Real Madrid beat Seville, Man United beat Leverkusen, Man United beat Fiorentina, Schalke beat Real Madrid, Arsenal beat Rubin Kazan, Lyon beat Liverpool, CSK Moscow beat Madrid, and Arsenal beat Man United, all at Stade Louis, of course, which is Monaco Stadium. I mean, it's such a tiny little stadium, but then it's not a hugely popular game. I don't think you don't get flocks of fans going to it. So that's the European competitions. Let's have a look at. Do you know what? Let's have a look at the World Cup. Where's World Cup? So 20. Am I right in saying 2012 would be the first one? No, it wouldn't. 14, I think, would have been the first one. So. Yeah, we missed the Spain-Holland one. We know about that. Germany. What? Germany beat Argentina in the final. That really happened. Is that right? It was Germany. It was Goetze against... Yeah, it was against Argentina. Okay. Host Brazil, which we obviously knew. Third place Portugal. That's obviously... Actually, is that incorrect? They won the European Championships not long after. I don't think they finished third. I don't remember who did. But then 2018, Brazil beating... Spain with third place Mexico in Russia. So that's obviously not accurate. In Russia, we know about that, obviously. So yeah, that's another one for Brazil. What's that? 6 in total now, I think. I think that's about right. Then we've got... We might have a look at those. Yeah, we'll have a look at those in a minute. If we go to European Championships, obviously the start of this one would be, this would be 2012. So this would be Spain. They do win it. They beat Ukraine in the final in Poland. Not true. 2016, England. Okay, they beat Portugal. Obviously, I think in reality, England in 2016 were absolutely atrocious. Wasn't that... I think that's Roy Hodgson kind of era. Absolutely woeful. But beating Portugal in the final in France, which obviously was true. And then Italy, correct. Beating England in Spain. That's incorrect. It was at Wembley. Because there was the riots in Wembley. I remember that because we thought we were going to get invited to that. Me and my wife and daughter. We got invited to a different game in the end. But there was a whole thing where they invited loads of people who did lots of special stuff during the lockdown. And my daughter was one of them. She raised lots of money for the NHS. So we got invited to one of the boxes at Wembley, VIP treatment, all that stuff. I think it was It was the Andorra game, the first one, back in September. So that was fantastic. Pictures on my Twitter if you want to go and have a look. I've put a load of pictures up on there. But yeah, it's predicted that correctly as well. So very, very interesting. If we go a quick look at Intercontinental, I don't know much about the Confederations Cup or the Olympics, in all honesty. So we got England beating Italy. Hosts Great Britain. Well, that should be Great Britain, but obviously doesn't know how to do that. Spain beating Italy, third place Argentina in Brazil. And then we've got Portugal beating Morocco, third place France in Morocco. No corruption there, I am sure. Morocco finishing second in a cup competition they are hosting. If we look at the Club World Championships, obviously winners of the Champions League and various other sorts of things. So we've got Chelsea beating Internacional with DC United. I think in real life they lost that to... the Brazilian team. It wasn't Internacional, I don't think. Was it Corinthians? I think it was Corinthians. And then Barcelona beating Sao Paulo. The third place team is always someone kind of random. Normally, the top two, normally the cream does normally rise in these competitions. Real Madrid beating Corinthians. Man United beating Internacional. Man United beating America. You do see a lot of the same South American teams appearing. Man United again, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Man United. A lot of Velez. I like Velez. They've got a few players. New York Red Bulls in there. Okay, Corinthians, Sao Paulo, America, Mexico popping up quite a bit. That sort of thing. So that's the competitions side of things out the way, I think. Unless I've missed something. I'm not too bothered about looking at Charity Shield, that sort of stuff. Let's go and look at awards. So, how do you select the awards to what you want to watch, to what you want to look at? Okay, here we go. So we go with Player of the Year. How do you look at past years? Okay, so past years, Player of the Year. So we're looking from here: Messi, Wayne Rooney, Ronaldo, Messi, Paulo Henrique, who I've actually signed on my current Real Madrid save. He's got amazing stats, but he doesn't seem to be doing much for me. He's a attacking midfielder from Zenit, I think. Oh, Shakhtar. Yeah, I signed him from Shakhtar. I also did a save back on one of the old FMs on Shakhtar. It might have been Santos even. I'm sure it was Shakhtar. Gone for a lot of money a few times. Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he? Whether he's Golden Ball Player of the Year material, I don't know. But Sergio Canales, I've got at Real Madrid as well. How's he done that? He's good, but he's not that good. And then Messi. So they're all current players. Actually, no, he's not, is he? He's a regen, but he's an early one, obviously. He's come through. He's had a good career. And he's doing okay. I'm not been finding a lot of assists for a defensive midfielder. Let's be honest. I mean, he can play in midfield, so he probably is. But yeah, he's done all right. But a lot of real players in here, and Cesc Fabregas is still in there, and it does show. Oh, it does show you the third places. Let's have a look at the third places. Xavi and Ronaldo. We've got Ronaldo and Fabregas. We've got Rooney and Kaká. Oh, that's quite far into it. I've got rid of him by this point. I think he's quite old and not doing it. Aguero trying to sign him. They won't send him to me. Messi and Ronaldo. Ronaldo in there as well. We've got Henrique in there as second. Canales in third. We've got Fabregas and Eden Hazard. He's at Arsenal at this point, so a bit of a change there. Fabregas and Aguero again. And then we've got Gustavo Alvarez. Can't click on him. Is he retired already? He's 23. He can't have done. Can you not click on him from here? You can. Is he retired already? And then Fabregas. And then the final year, we've got Miralem Pjanic and Gareth Bale. He looks like he's possibly retired or not clickable anyway for some reason. If we go to the golden ball, so we want to look from here: Lionel Messi, Ronaldo and Xavi. Lionel Messi, Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. And we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, Jesus Navas, okay, and Wayne Rooney. Messi nowhere to be seen. We've got Rooney, Ronaldo and Messi. And then we've got Ronaldo and Rooney. Yeah, a lot of similarities. Paulo Henrique sneaking in. Pastore, I mentioned, gets really good. He's not clickable anymore either. He's retired. We've got Fabregas and Hazard. Is Hazard gone? Hazard's gone as well. What's going on? Is it because they're at teams or something I can't click? I don't know. Fabregas we know is probably likely to have gone. Yeah. Messi, Canales and Alvarez again. 3 cheers for Alvarez, although he's Argentinian, not Mexican. And then Schiavone. Can we click on him? We can click on him. We looked at him before. Oh, he's a defensive midfielder, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, and then Pjanic, Neymar making an appearance late on. Obviously, he left but Santos. Oh, on a free to go to Bayern. I've bought him at Real Madrid, and I don't think he's out putting numbers like that, to be honest. Not quite getting ahead of. I mean, my midfield at the moment in those attacking spots is Di Maria, Ronaldo, and Ozil. So he's struggling to get a game time anyway. He's very much an impact player. And then finally, we've got World Team of the Year. If we go back to as far back as we can go, nope, 2010. I don't think we need that one. We got this one, so we've got Casillas, out Dani Alves. Trying to think, see if there's anyone unusual. Not really. Modric is I've got signed as well, I think, or on his way. Javier Hernandez still there at Man United. We've got a lot of the same. Danny Wilson at Liverpool. Okay, is he the one that went to Rangers or come from Rangers or something? Never really made it. He's got good stats and good ability, actually. So I think I did try and sign him as well. Ben Brooks, new player there. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone. Delfino, I think, might be new. Probably is. He looks quite good. Feel free to pause on the video, obviously, if I'm skipping too fast through any of these bits. I'm just kind of whizzing through as much as I can, and that's the last team of the year. Can you see Golden Boy and stuff like that? If we go to awards, there must be a way. I thought there was. I'm pretty sure it's in this game. It's just finding a lot of stuff. It's all new. I mean, look, I say it's all new. I'm probably more used to this than I am. Let's have a look at the richest clubs in the world. Real Madrid, unsurprisingly, by a fair long way. Barcelona, Man United, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Lyon. I mean, you feel free to have a look down there. Sheffield United up in 13th. Okay, things you don't see every day. Barnsley up in 19th. Peterborough are up there. Yeah, a lot of things you don't see every day. A few of South American team there. Might have been one or two before that, I don't know. I think they were the first, though. Nothing surprising down there. Fiorentina are quite far down. Fulham are up there, obviously. Start of the game there on the back of that cup run in Europe, where they lost to Atletico Madrid. Trying to think if there's anything else I've missed. We try and look at transfers. Actually, transfers. Have a look at the all-time. Here we go. I found it. I just needed to go into the views. So the transfer record hasn't been broken that badly. We've got Thiago from Napoli to Barcelona. I'm pretty sure he's probably left Barcelona. Yeah, he's left Barcelona. He's gone to Monaco on a free for 1 year. Gone to Man United. Had a bit of a career there. Free transfer to Napoli, and then £64 million to Barcelona. So good to see Barcelona's sensible spending has carried over into real life. Javier Pastore has gone from Palermo to Atletico Madrid, £48.5 million. We said he gets good. Simone Verdi, Everton to Real Madrid. A lot of similar teams. Paulo Henrique's up here twice. Barcelona to Man United and Chelsea to Barcelona. So Barcelona actually made a profit on him, actually. Got a good few years out of him and made a profit. We've got Aguero in there. We don't know who he is from there to there. Tottenham to Man United for Gareth Bale. Pastore's in there again. He's got to be like the Lukaku of this timeline, hasn't he? Where he's the record transfer fee. Pjanic from Valencia to Man United. Don't know who this guy is. He's a young regen, I'm guessing. He's 32, so probably not. No, he's not. Kind of springs from nowhere. Goes to Palermo, has a good career, and then goes to Man City for quite expensive. Man City do have a bit of money on this game. You do see them pop up every now and then. Pato goes from Milan to Bayern Munich. Okay, trying to rule out his actual ability there. Jack Rodwell, Everton to Tottenham. Serge Aurier obviously went to Tottenham in real life. Goes from Lens. I think I signed him and he didn't make it. But he's gone to Man City for 30 million. I definitely didn't get 30 million for him. And you can see here Darren Smith, Liverpool to Man City, 27 million. Maicon, Inter to Man City. A lot of Man Cities, a lot of Man Uniteds, a lot of Real Madrids and a lot of Barcelonas. Dennis Appiah, I had him, loaned him out a few times, and I think I got a good fee from him in the end, or he might be about to work his way in. And then down at the bottom there, 23 million for Baiano. Looks okay. Striker. He's still quite young. He's still got a chance to go above that fee and capture a bit more money and maybe put a bit of pressure on what's his face. But I think that's where we're going to wrap up for today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please drop a like on the video, please drop a sub on the channel as well. If you do want to see more of this world, if you want me to go a few more years on, like I mentioned earlier, drop it in the comments below, things like that. If you want me to maybe work on a save, I've got, could do that as well, or anything else you want to have a look at within that context, or any other ideas you want me to have a look at that are similar to this. I've got a few in the pipeline that are kind of similar to this, so watch this space basically. And yeah, until next time, hopefully enjoying the content being back on the channel, and I'll see you next time. Take care.